You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. My name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. What are we talking about today? The power of referrals and your network. I want you to put those two things together. Your network really drives your referrals, and your referrals drives your network, but you got to be a person who is referable. To help me with that conversation, we got Larry Long. He's going to be joining us. Well, let's get the show going so we can talk to Larry.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a sales leader sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
Power of referrals, Larry Long Jr. Welcome to the show. Larry, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yes. And for those of you listening to the audio only, he is holding a golden microphone and a blue microphone. And now he has a, turquoise pink microphone. He has microphones of every color. But I'll tell you what, here's what makes Larry Long Jr. so incredible. He's just got a great personality. He is a gentleman who just gives and gives and gives. I first met him a few years ago. And he's a force of nature, a force of himself. And he is a person who puts energy into the room. So, hey, let me stop talking right there. Larry, let's get right into it. Let's talk about referrals, because this is a thing that you're seeing. We were talking in the green room how salespeople have empty pipelines. How do we fill them up? So talk to it.
Your network is your net worth. And we know this. It's not what you know. And contrary to popular belief, it's not even who you know. I believe it's who knows you, who likes you, who trusts you, and who believes in you that really makes things happen for the top sales professionals. Right now, I'm hearing it. My ears are ringing. Larry, our pipeline, our top of funnel is light. We're looking into 2025 and Houston, we got a problem. Our sales, our velocity is slowing down. Well, there's one way, and that's opportunity knocking at my door and knocking at your listener's door, leveraging your network. Your network really is your net worth. So I'm talking with folks about how to actually leverage your network. And you talked about it earlier. I'm not Bob Berg, but I love the book, Go Giver. We all love a go-getter. I love having a go-getter on my team, but I really love a go-giver who gives and gives and gives and serves and then can make the ask, not being an asshole, but asking for those referrals that are so powerful.
Hey, let's unpack this, because again, you just ripped the Band-Aid right off because people have got empty pipelines. So how do you recommend from a referral standpoint to make this happen?
Yeah, well, you have to make the ask, but so often, and I don't know if anyone else can relate. I'll give you a story. I used to own a baseball academy. I went to Bank of America. I probably shouldn't shout out their name, but I tried to make a withdrawal of $500. They laughed at me. They said, Larry, you haven't made enough deposits to withdraw $500. Well, so often in our relationships, Mark, we try to make withdrawals and we haven't made deposits. Hey, Mark, can I get a whatever it is? Larry, I haven't heard from you in years. You haven't given me anything. How am I going to give you something? So it starts with intentionally, meaningfully, and with consistency giving. Who are you giving to each and every day? And it's very simple. It's the 3-minute challenge. Every day, take 3 minutes. Mark, if you were my 3-minute challenge, I would probably send you a funny meme or GIF of Talon the Falcon. Yes, I did my research. I realized that the Falcons are your alma mater over there at Seattle Pacific. Essentially, I'm just going to say, hey, Mark, make it a marvelous Monday, Mark. Have a great day. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just making a relationship deposit. I might throw in a funny article or an insightful article that can add value to you. When you do that enough, you now build up equity. It now compounds interest over time for you to be able to make that ask with confidence, knowing that you're not just asking without giving, you're giving all the time. But so many times folks don't think about giving. It's kind of an afterthought because they're focused on me. It's that intentionality that makes a world of difference.
Okay, you just gave a master class to everybody as to how they need to change their behavior. And of course, you are the master of that because, again, you intentionally put yourself into people's lives, not to get, but to give. and you absolutely do a great job of building your network. Now, for the salesperson who is sitting there saying, hey, you know what, I'm looking at the middle of the quarter and I got to make my number by the end of the quarter. I may not have a job. Is there a way to accelerate that whole referral thing? Or you say, I got to give first. I got to give first. I got to give first.
Well, Mark, I think they say if you wanted shade, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So I would encourage that sales professional. You got a number to hit. I know how it is. You got you got the quota that you got to hit the target. Start giving now. And it's amazing that when you give, I'm no Grant Cardone, but when you give, what I found is you receive 20x. So start today. And once you start giving, you're not giving so that you can start receiving, but you're giving out of the goodness of your heart because you're in sales and you want to serve people. You want to help people. You want to solve problems and help people get to where they want to get to. I forget who the quote, I'll have to Google it, but there's a quote that says, the more that I help people accomplish their goals, it's amazing and it's magical. I know we all want that pixie dust, that silver bullet, but it really is the more that you give sincerely, the more you'll receive. So start now giving. We live in a microwave society right now. Everyone wants it right now. I hate to say it, Mark. Sometimes you have to let it marinate. Let it cook up a little bit and simmer.
I love what you're saying. And that quote that you were saying, it actually comes from Zig Ziglar. The best way for you to achieve what you want is to help others achieve what they want. And it is. And, you know, there's something powerful about what you said, because, again, I think it changes the salesperson's mind when we take a moment to thank other people, to share with other people, to help other people. I purposely make this a key part of my day because, again, if I can give to people, and I'm going to challenge salespeople out there, are you giving referrals? Are you, you know, we all want referrals, but are you giving referrals? And that's so key. Hey, I should mention that this podcast is brought to you by Fist Bump. And hey, I'm going to share everybody some great insights as to how you can leverage your network with Fist Bump, but I'm going to save that for a little later in the show. I want to touch on something because it's a firm belief that I have. Just because you give somebody a referral or you do something for somebody, don't expect something back. If you are giving to get, you got the wrong attitude. Build on that. Build on that for us, would you?
Yeah, it really, because Mark, people can smell BS from a mile away. They can tell when your heart is not in the right place and when you're giving to get. When you sincerely give, and I'm not talking about big, grandiose giving. It's really the little things, those thoughtful things that make a world of difference. Here goes something that everyone can do, but most people won't do. Majority of us are on LinkedIn. You can send a one-to-one video message just to let them know, hey, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You were on my mind, and then you can recall something specific from the past. I remember before when we were working on that project, you came in with just so many great ideas, and I appreciate you for that. Have a wonderful week. That little, quote unquote, little acknowledgement might make someone's day, might make their week, might make their year. If you do that enough times, there's no guarantees in life, but I'll give you the Larry Long Jr. guarantee. It will come back to you in some form. Now, I don't know where it's going to come back, but it will come back to get you if you do it consistently and with the right motives. Now, if you give and you're sitting there just waiting, you're going to be waiting a long time. So my encouragement is just give, just serve, just help people. You can send someone a recommendation on LinkedIn. You can send them a video. You can send someone a text, a video text, but do something that's meaningful that shows you put in the time, the effort to just let someone know that they were on your mind. When you do that, it's amazing how it comes back. Now, the referrals aren't going to just jump in the fish. Just don't jump in the boat. You've got to make the ask, and you've got to make a specific ask. Mark, are you open to referring me to some of the software sales organizations that you've worked with before? My coach, and I've heard this growing up, a closed mouth never gets fed. My coach says healthy people ask for exactly what they want. And I realized that for the longest time, I wasn't healthy. I was beating around the bush. I encourage you, sales professionals, be bold, Be brave and make the ask specifically. You never know. Like Lois Kramer says, you might mess around and get a yes.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I love what you're saying there. And again, it's so interesting. You got to ask. It's funny. Over the weekend, I received an email from a person, and it was a straight up ask. He was asking for referrals and all kinds of stuff. And I like, this dude hasn't done anything for me. Okay, yeah, it's interesting. If something comes across my way, I might send it to him, but there are probably other people that I could, again, you got to make those deposits. One of the things that I tell salespeople, I know you do, you're very active on this, is you start the day off by thanking somebody. You start the day off by sending that note like what you described earlier. I mean, it's just, because it changes our whole thinking. It changes our whole mindset. And it begins to make those deposits. I love where this conversation is going. One of the things that I've found is to really have an objective. How many referrals do I want to give a week? How many referrals do I want? And I look back and I go, wow, you know what? I probably have given a lot more referrals than I've received, but I could care less.
That's a good thing. And I love what you said earlier about having a process, because without a process, and I would encourage anyone listening or watching this right now, go into your calendar and put it in your calendar. It takes 15 minutes. I do the 15-minute challenge. I'm an overachiever. 5 people every single day I reach out to just to let them know you're on my mind. It's the human element. And we're hearing it's hot. I was just at Dreamforce, AI, IM, Chat GPT, all these robots. That's good. But we didn't come this far to come this far. We want to leverage that, but we want to be great. And I think they call it, I heard this from Kevin Dorsey, KD. He said, hey, we're in B2B, not business to business, but we're in belly to belly. Let's go ahead and get those relationships. And we hear it all the time that are built on trust. You can't build trust from far away. Trust is hand-to-hand combat. So I encourage people to take action and take consistent action. Have it scheduled every single day. It will do a body, mind, soul, spirit, and your quota good.
Hey, I love what you're saying there, because again, with the advent of AI, and AI is in the face of everything, I think it makes relationships even more important than ever. I want to come back to something, because you mentioned earlier, you'll pop somebody a note and reference something that you did with them a year or two earlier. And boy, doesn't that speak to the value of making sure your CRM is up to date? And we always think, well, I'm just going to put the key important information into CRM. Put everything into your CRM, because those little nuggets, that's what you come back and they go, wow, that Larry guy, he remembered that? No, it isn't that you remembered it. You wrote it in your CRM. You kept it there. Yeah.
It's so powerful. And I encourage people to put on your thinking cap. Oftentimes we put the blinders on and we just do things because that's the way it's always been done. I'll give you all a little secret. There was a gentleman named Stuart across the pond. He reached out to me, but what he did is he researched an article that I'd written 6 years prior. He read the article, sent me a message about the top 3 learnings that he got out of that article. Let me ask you, do you think I took a meeting with him? 1,000%. It would take a very interesting, AKA a D-bag, to not take that meeting when someone puts that kind of thoughtfulness, that kind of effort, and actually shows it to you. That shows that you care. Talk is cheap. Everyone talks about we care. Oh, we give. Do you really take an audit? Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that tough question. Am I proactively giving, or am I just going through the motions?
Right. Hey, I want to tap your brain because I want to get some insights from you about how to specifically ask for a referral. But before you do that, I want to share some more information regarding fist bumps. Hey, if you're struggling to get your customers excited about talking with you or your sales team, I've got a resource for you. Our friends at Fist Bump help companies increase pipeline and support their prospecting activities with a proven personal brand program for C-suite and sales leaders. Go to getfistbumps.com. We'll put it in the show notes. Go to getfistbumps.com/the sales center. Set up a time to talk with Brandon or any one of his people, and he's going to show you how the whole system works. Hey, mention me, and you'll get your first month service free. That's getfistbumps.com. Okay, I got to tap your brain. How do you ask for a referral? You've made the deposits. You feel like, okay, I can do it. How do you go about asking?
Very direct, very specific. Like I said before, healthy people ask for exactly what they want. So if you need to jot down what you're looking for, who's your ICP? What does that look like? Do you have a few names to give examples? What I found is that when you make it easier, it's kind of like asking for a recommendation. When you make it as easy as possible, it's now easy for that person to reach into their Rolodex. I know some of y'all are like, is that the fancy watch? Nah, that's a Rolex. For people to go into their contact list and say, voila, here you go, or make a connection. If you'd like a connection, hey, Mark, could you connect me to Meredith Elliott Powell? This is why I'd like to speak with her. Here goes what I'm hoping to accomplish. When you provide that clarity, it now makes it easier. And just be prepared. The answer might be no. That's okay. We're in sales. We're used to no. The more no's we get closer to yeses. But if you're doing what you should be doing, it's going to be you will be pleasantly surprised at how those referrals and connections are coming your way.
Hey, how frequently do you give referrals?
Oh my goodness. I'm looking for ways to connect people each and every day. I know that you're the sales hunter. I'm the sales connector. I'm trying to connect folks that have synergies. I'm trying to get more fist bumps and bro hugs. I mean, I get excited when I have the ability to connect people. And I know you do the same. I've gone through my notes, Mark, and the connections that you've made for me in this speaker industry, in the sales world, have been, in the words of the great philosopher, J.J. Walker, dynamite.
I love it. Hey, if you're not catching this on the video, you're not capturing the full energy that Larry Long Jr. brings to the party every day. And believe me, we're recording this early on a Monday morning, and he is jazzed and he's pumped. And yeah, that's why I love hanging out with this guy. Hey, here's something I found about giving referrals, and I love giving referrals. I suddenly come up with 2 fans because I refer somebody, we'll say to a customer or something like that. Now the customer loves me even more because I gave them somebody who can answer. And then the person I referred gets some additional business, something like that, and they love me even more. So guess what? I have now made 2 raving fans in a single activity. What's not to like about that? Yes. Yeah. So
Mark,
yeah.
I do want to share one thing. This is great in theory. I mean, we're talking about some phenomenal things to do, and that's great. But what's really greater is when folks take action. So I just implore, and I just hope that your listeners, that your viewers will take that step. Do something right now. When you're listening to this, when you get done listening right now, reach out and touch someone. Because if you say, oh, I'll get to it in a couple of days, it won't happen. Believe you me, Exhibit A, couple of days, it never happens. Right now, immediately, you're well on your way.
And you know what? I'm going to run with that even more because, again, it's not just a referral. It just might be, you need to talk to this. You just need to, you two would get along great. You two need to connect. And I love doing that. And who knows where those come. But I know in my own business, I have seen so many times people have connected me to other people and they in turn connect me. It's not a straight line, but suddenly there's a big piece of business there because we're just connecting people. Yeah. Hey, we only got a minute or so left. Tell people what should be the 3 things that they should do as a result of listening to this podcast.
Yeah. Number 1, reach out and touch someone via video on LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn, send them a video. It doesn't need to be rehearsed. Just speak from your heart. We're all humans. Let someone know that you're thinking about them. That's what you should do right now. Number 2, schedule. Put in your calendar. Actually block out the time. We'll start off every weekday. I'll give you the weekends off. Every weekday, 15 minutes. 15 minutes of time. It's well worth the investment. Number 3, pass along what you learned to someone else. Sharing is caring. And sometimes we hoard that knowledge. No, give that knowledge, share that knowledge to a colleague, to a family member, someone in your community or communities. It'll do a body good. By you sharing, it's going to come back around to you, guaranteed.
I love what you're saying in that 15 minutes. I don't have 15 minutes. Take it out of your Netflix time. You've got time. Yes, yes. Larry, you are an absolute force of nature. How do people get in touch with you? I love hanging out with you.
Larry Long Jr. on LinkedIn, the man with the microphones. You'll probably see me before you hear me, as well as my website, LarryLongJr.com, CEO, Chief Energy Officer. I would love to connect. I would love to serve you. Thank you so much, Mark.
Hey, thank you. And we're going to put that in the show notes and all. We'll put the link in there for getfistbumps.com in there too. But I want to say thank you for listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. Each week you get 2 episodes, one a longer one like this with a subject matter expert, Larry Long, certainly a subject matter expert, and a short single topic one from me. Why? Objective is very simple: to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. Hey, would you do me a favor? Leave me a review on your favorite podcast app. And hey, you know what? Share the podcast to other people. You know what? That's a way that you can give to other people, just like what Larry's been talking about here today. With that, we want to say thank you. See you on the next episode. Great selling.